NFL, we welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready up!
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Washington. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old, and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's going from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Odell Beckham. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
61, Max, Wahoo!
Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Pilot, 64. Hey, stop.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. It's a throw again is Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Another tote for ETN. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Two jet bombers. Two jet bombers.
Now Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
To throw on 2nd down, Washington. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Washington. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Washington. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, 27 yards. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Protein Bill.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
We go!
On second down, a run with Etienne. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Okay, break.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Start.
Here's Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball. This game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun on third down, Washington. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Let's go.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Washington. There again is Cooks, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw. Washington. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6, but they'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to ETN. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Down.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
61, match box, right. Bravo.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Lawrence. Slant complete to Etienne. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Okay, ready?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Weapons.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Brought down by Willie Gay.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On the ready.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 54 yards. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and 2, Washington buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the 1st down marker. Just tuck it and run for the 1st down. No sense trying to throw it downfield. And that one falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Man open, here is Jones.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 8 coming up. Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On the double. 32 jet bombers.
Straight ahead, ETN. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. ETN once more. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready,
under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Agnew now to return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Washington. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Give to Pierce. Jadeveon Clowney wants a member of these Texans there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Let's go
And
now.
they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw. Washington. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Hey, Alpha. Protein still. Let's go.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Come on.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6-6. Bullet high.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 15-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Etienne. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
XP. 2XP. Chopper.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a handoff for Pierce. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And they will take a knee here.
On the ready.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good